Ayo, it's C again. Y'all, I'm trying to save time, because as a mother, you ain't got time, and I want to load these videos because, I want to put these videos up, and I want to get, I want to get this channel going. So I want to multitask. I want to do some dishes. I hope the audio come okay, because I'm going to be washing some dishes while I'm talking. It's not like a lot of dishes. But anyway, the topic of today is blame. Ooh. Yeah, that word. That's a scary word. It's blame. Who to blame, what to blame, why to blame, how to blame. Blame is learned. Blame is learned. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, to blame somebody is to learn. You don't just come out of the womb blaming people. You learn how to blame. You learn that if you shift the weight off of your shoulders onto somebody else's, even on that weight, when people looked at that weight, it had your name on it. But you shift it on somebody else's shoulders, like, ooh, they get the heat. Oops. That's blame. Blame is simply just shifting weight off of somebody's shoulders. Now, I'm not talking about factually. I'm talking about something that was caused by somebody else. I haven't even started washing dishes yet. Okay, I'm gonna start right now. What I'm talking about is saying something is someone's fault or something's fault or some whatever's fault. That's what I'm talking about. And you got to be careful of that for a number of reasons. One reason is, if you're going to blame, you need to make sure that you talking factual. And that's the thing about, I don't really like the word blame, because some people actually speak from truth. They not blaming, it's a truthful statement. It's not about blame. Like, when you hear the word blame, like, it's your fault, that's blame. But if you just talking about a truthful statement, I'm gonna make up a word. Yeah, I'm gonna make up a word. The word's gonna be pasta. I'm just kidding. No, the word's gonna be I like making up words because I feel like I don't like the word blame in the negative connotation. So I'm gonna make the word Paysti. I know it kind of sounds like the pasta word, but that's the first word that came to my mind. So don't come for me in that one. So I'm gonna call it Paysti. Paysti is when a truth is a truth, a duck is a duck, is an ace and an ace. If you do something and you make somebody fall, you know what you did. Paysti. You know what you did. So that's what I'm talking about. Paysti. Paysti is, you know what you did. Yeah. It's not even about it being fault. It's just, it's like the elephant in the room. It's pretty obvious. But blame, like, you need to be really careful. And the problem with blame is, first of all, the person blaming, you need to be sure it's a Paysti and not just you being angry and jealous and bitter and whatever. You need to make sure it's a Paysti. This is a factual truth. This is not about me being mad at somebody. This is a factual truth. So you need to make sure that it's the truth. See, that's why I say Paysti, because then I gotta keep defining what I'm trying to say. So you guys got a Paysti. You guys can spell that however you want. Take that to the bank. Sorry, I like saying phrases. Sometimes I don't even know what they mean, but I feel like that was an appropriate time to put that phrase in there. Sometimes I say stuff and people look at me like, that's not even how you use that phrase. Do y'all get that? Sometimes you use the wrong phrase, or you say something and people are like, that's not how you use that. Well, I created Paysti, so if you're going to use it wrong, I can tell you that's not how you use that. But anyway, you got to make sure you ain't blaming, and it's a Paysti, which it's just a factual truth. And the problem with blame is, for people who are blaming, it's coming from jealousy, envy, bitterness. It's coming from the fact that you don't want to look in the mirror. It's coming from that fact. The problem with that is you're going to put all the weight on an illusionary truth. You're going to put all the weight on something that isn't real. And you're going to start building a world in your head that this person, this whatever, is to blame for this, and it might not be. It probably isn't if it's just blame and not a Paysti. So let's not confuse the two. And that is a dangerous way to live, because if you live by a lie, it hurts you. Sometimes you don't even see how it's hurting you. But if you live by a lie, it definitely hurts you. So you need to be careful not to live by lies. And also, when that thing that you blame, and let's say it's not there anymore, and you ain't got that to blame, then you start looking at yourself and like, oh my goodness, that thing ain't there for me to blame. So you either gonna blame somebody else, or if you starting evolving, because maybe you heard my other videos and you walking in conscious decisions and conscious actions, and you starting to really look and understand the things you do, and you say, hey, I was blaming this on this person, and really it ain't that their fault, it's really my fault. I'm the one who's making my life a little harder. So now you moving forward, but if you still walking in blame, you gonna blame somebody else. You gonna pass the buck. Move on to the next person. Okay, I used to blame Judy, but now I blame Susie. I used to blame Susie, but now I blame Tim. I used to blame Tim, and now I blame John. It's like blame is like a train. The blame train, choo choo. It just keeps on going. So it keeps on going. Have you ever been at the train stop where you meet a really, really long train? Okay, sorry. My little one is fine. You want to watch Blippi? Okay. Okay, hold on. See, I'm doing free advertising. Blippi, if you watch my videos, you got free advertising. Okay, hold on 1 second. Y'all gonna hold on. I don't edit these videos. I ain't got time to edit. So y'all give me 1 minute. If you watch until the 7-minute mark, I believe you're gonna give me a minute. I need to finish this dish, and then I'll go put some Blippi on, and then I'll come back to y'all. Okay, I'm coming. Okay. Y'all still there? Y'all didn't run away? That was almost a minute exactly. Okay. See, I told you I'll be back. Okay, we back to the dishes. So really, I want people to not be too quick to use that word blame. And when I say word, I mean that action, that understanding that, saying it's this person's fault, it's this person's fault, it's this person's fault. We need to start look at, and if it really is a Paysti, is that the word I use? If it really is a Paysti, then we got to move on from there. I don't want you to be stuck at the Paysti. I don't want, if somebody really, really did do you dirty, and somebody really did do you wrong, I don't want you to let that stick you in one place. We got to move forward, and we got to evolve. And when somebody hurts you in a way, or do something in a way that causes harm in some way, we got to move forward. And when you see that this is a justifiable Paysti, it ain't just a blame game where you just passing the buck, I'm passing the weight, then you look at the situation. How can I move forward? How can I make the situation better? Because what has happened has already happened. We can't go back in the past. We can't change it. But I know that with my life, I need to move forward, because I don't want to let this Paysti, this block, this attack, this happening, this action keep me from moving forward. So then y'all just start moving forward. So you gotta start moving forward. So don't be quick to blame, and there's a lot I want to say, but I gotta understand how to say it, because I want to speak to everybody. And I know, if you just start talking too quick, some people are gonna be like, they're not gonna understand where you're coming from. So I don't know how to say it, but we have to spend deep time in our thoughts and ourselves, to make sure, when we do have a moment of Paysti, that it's really a true Paysti and it's not a moment of blame. And if it's something that we have to take accountability for, if it's something that we did ourselves, then we got to move forward in that. We got to walk in those shoes. We got to walk in those shoes, and we got to be better. And that's why you got to live life awake. You got to live life consciously. You got to take the pinches and the punches. I know it hurts, but you feel the pain, and then you can detect where those punches came from, where those pinches came from. And guess what? You ain't got to be around those people anymore. You ain't got to be around those actions. You ain't got to be around those things. You ain't got to be around that neighborhood. And that only happens when you present in your mind, in this reality. Stop painting a world full of blame. Stop painting a world in your imagination and your mind full of blame, because that world is a lie. The world in your mind is the true world. As weird and strange as it seems, the world that lives in your mind is the true world. And if you live in an alternate reality, in a false reality in your world, then this world is not going to make sense. In this world, people you never met, you're going to start blaming for your life. It's like, what? But this person, you never met this person in your life. How is it their fault? How is this person in another country? So, I'm making some rice, y'all. I just washed my rice cooker. I know how to make rice in a pot too, just so you guys know. But, if you got the rice cooker, might as well use that. So if I sound a little far away because I'm recording on my phone, it's because I'm putting some rice on. But yeah, you got to be careful with that blame. You got to take time, sit down. I love meditation. I'm not Buddhist, but I like, sitting down and thinking, having that quiet time to yourself to really think, gather yourself, think about the day and think about, the things that you could do better, you could be better, how to make tomorrow a day of evolution. And you keep evolving, and in time, you're going to be somewhere, and you're going to be like, where am I? Is it going to be a good place? We need to keep evolving. We can't be Pikachu forever. If you don't get that, you watch my other video. We can't be Pikachu forever. We got to evolve. We got to. I'm pouring some rice in. I am terrible at multitasking. I'm pouring some rice in right now. Y'all hear that rice? Y'all hear that rice? Okay. So we got to be careful. And if you hang around people that are used to blaming people, because maybe it's not you that's blaming. Maybe it's the people you were around. They just have a blame mind, and they like blaming other people for stuff. You probably gonna have to lose those friends or people you around. And if you can't lose them, like I can't, their family, their coworkers or whatever, distance your reality from their reality. Distance what you think in your mind from who they are, because the real problem in that is not that they around you and talking. It's that if they have influence over your mind, is if they have influence over how you think and the reality that exists. You want the reality to be as true as possible. And I say as possible because we haven't experienced everything in life. So some things we might think is true and we find out it's not true. Like at a certain point, I trusted college. We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. Y'all took my money. It's okay. But anyway, sometimes we think something is true and it ain't true. So that's why I say, to the best of our ability, we need to make reality. So if you blaming something that you know is not the fault, you living in a false world. You living in a virtual reality. You living in the Wizard of Oz. You living in Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. You living in James and the Giant Peach. You living in where they living? Disneyland? Somebody tell me where they living in the comments. You ain't living on Earth. You ain't living on Earth, so you need to make sure that your reality in your mind matches the reality that is the trueness in the world to the most that you have experienced the world. Because if you're still young, you still experience stuff. Your reality is going to continue to evolve, but it's not going to evolve if it's filled with blame, because you have created a false world. So you need to let the world be honest with with you and teach you. And don't be giving yourselves to people like you they soldiers and you live for them, you die for them. So when they do something wrong, see somebody calling me right now. I think I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna try to pause. Hold on. Accomplishment unlocked. It's okay to be happy when you accomplish something. Y'all don't know what just happened there. See, I don't know how to pause stuff and continue because, and before anybody laugh at me, sometimes, I'll be recording and somebody call and then like I X out of the recording and I'm like, see, because then I have to continue recording in a separate one. Then I'm going to have to put 2 recordings together. But this time, somebody was calling. I paused it. I closed out of everything. I talked to the person, hung up. I opened everything up. I unpaused it, and now I continue recording, and it's all on one recording. Achievement unlocked. I give myself little awards. But anyway, y'all got to make sure that the reality that is the reality of the world is the true reality. Don't lie to yourself. If something is what something is, or somebody is what somebody is, and even if they're close to you, you got to tell yourself the truth. Because I think what hurts people the most is that they see something and somebody really hurt them. Maybe somebody that's close to them did something dirty, but you got 2 things to do. You can accept what they did, or you can develop an alternate reality and pretend that they didn't do what they did. And that's extremely dangerous because now your reality is not matching the reality of the world, and then they have the opportunity to hurt you again because in your mind you said they didn't do that, but they did, and they can hurt you again. So it's important to be as truthful, as honest as possible with yourself, and that happens with blame. Sometimes when the blame really may go to someone close to us, but we shift the blame to somebody else because it's easier to say they did it and not the person close to us, and it's not right. We got to say, you know what, that's not right. Or if the blame is on us, if we are the one at fault, we shift it because we don't want to look at ourselves in that way and say, no, it wasn't me, it must be them. But sometimes you got to look in the mirror. You got to. Okay, I don't really got too much to say that. So y'all was with me through my rice cooking. That's it. And I'm going to be talking throughout May. I'm going to try to post as many videos as I can throughout May, and then in June I think y'all going to have Jess, and then we got some other ladies that's coming up. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.